Dockers Halftime, brought to you by Dockers Khakis, adding style to pregame interviews everywhere. Hey, nice pants.
All right, back here in Hollywood with Ronnie, Howie, and Terry, and yours truly, JB. Not a bad game taking place in Atlanta from a fan standpoint. 21-14, Niners on top. Niners are crushing them on the ground. Capers and Ditka jawing before the game.
Danny Werfel getting his first start, rookie out of Florida. Throws out into the flat. Eric Davis is there, the receiver. Someone either ran the wrong route or Werfel anticipated. Anyway, it was intercepted by Davis. Back comes Kerry Collins. Big first half, 15 for 20. 143 yards, and this touchdown off of screen to Anthony Johnson as Carolina is up by 10. Now 13-0 over the Saints. Werfel having a rough half in the first half.
Redskins couldn't do a thing with that guy, Eddie George, in the first half at all.
That guy, Eddie George, play action. Eddie George. Everybody goes inside. No containment outside. And there's your touchdown right there by Steve McNair.
This is even worse.
I'll give it to Eddie George. Bouncing to the outside. Cuts back inside. 14-0 Oilers. Let's run it in there again. There you go. Rodney Thomas. Hey, anybody can do this. Up the middle. Rodney Thomas 5 yards out. Tennessee, 21, JB, I'm sorry, man. 21-0 over the Redskins at half.
You don't have to emphasize it. Ricky Waters counts for what? The only score in Philadelphia.
Waters off, up out of the eyes, breaks back to the outside, cuts back in. This 2-yard touchdown run puts Philly up by 7, and that is the score at the half going into the third quarter, as you can see there.
In Irving, Texas, Emmitt Smith finally has scored a touchdown. Cowboys on top 13-7. Patriots looking for their third straight sweep of the Jets. It's all tied. No, make it 5-3 now. Patriots on top. Seahawks 10-7 over the Rams. That one in the third quarter of play. Wow, we talk about San Francisco. San Francisco has been doing a nice job of spreading the ball around in the absence of Jerry Rice. Guys have stepped up.
Yeah, they have stepped up. J.J. Stokes, Terrell Owens, they've done an excellent job of getting down the field. Now, I think in the second half, they have to find a way to get the ball to Clark, the tight end. If they're able to do that, I think that they can win this football game.
Well, one thing Clark has contributed to, as we pointed out in the pregame show, is the ability of the San Francisco 49ers to run the ball. How's this for a change in roles? 153 yards rushing for San Francisco versus 96 passing. Atlanta's done a good job in throwing the ball if they can keep Chandler on his feet and healthy. 5 balls batted down. We talked about passing lanes in the pregame. 2 sacks, 4 hurries, 4 knockdowns. Job for the Atlanta Falcons offensive line is to keep this kid alive.
The thing, if you guys look, the 49ers in their next 2 games on the road travel to Atlanta today. Next week they go to New Orleans. What are those? Those are AstroTurf, artificial surfaces. Steve Young with the concussions. If you can run the football against Atlanta, don't forget they have 29 sacks. They're tied with who? New Orleans in the NFL for sacks. It's important that the 49ers establish to run and win the football game running the football. And Howie, you're right. They're doing that. Steve Young is very accurate, doing an excellent job, but they're not depending on Steve so far to win this football game. Don't forget there's a guy named Smith, a defensive end for Atlanta, who's pretty good at getting in the quarterback's
0
face.
sacks today.
Yeah, doing an excellent job by the 49ers.
I wish I had you as a teacher in school because you asked a question and give the answer. That would have made me look a lot smarter. Anyway, we're going to go back to the second half of the game between San Francisco and Atlanta. Nobody to talk to. We're going to take it back to the second half of the game. San Francisco to Atlanta, he does need it. We'll see you back in a bit. I don't need it.